Hey guys, Kalila here, and welcome back to my KopyKali Knitting Podcast. What number is this? Number 10? Is it number 10? I think it's number 10. I'm always a little bit confused because sometimes I feel like I've done more than I already have. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've only done 10 podcasts so far? That's crazy because I do so many other videos, I feel like I've done more. Anyway, hey, welcome back to my podcast where I talk about everything, okay? Everything that I'm working on, everything that I want to work on, and everything that I have worked on, okay? So let's start with what I'm wearing. This was a WIP in the last episode, and now it is finished. Hold on, I just skipped my camera, sorry. It is my Tolsta Tee by the Cargill Rebecca. And remember when I said that I was not really a fan of the colors? Yeah, well, I am now, okay? Because this looks so freaking good. It feels good. Like, I cropped it so that it could go like right above my natural waist, because when it comes to fitted tees, as you can see, this has like no ease, but it is stretchy. It's very stretchy, very form-fitted, but not tight. Like there's a lot of space that can be stretched out, and it is so comfortable. I did size 1, I believe, because I wanted that 0 to negative ease. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I saw how Kahila's own turned out, and I was like, well, if it's gonna be that long and that fitted, I'd rather it be short, because that's how I like my fitted tees. I like them to be cropped. Now, if it was more oversized, if I made a bigger size and it had more room and more ease, then I would make it longer, because I like my bigger shirts to be more flowy. But the yarn that I used, I'm gonna look it up because I took a picture of the yarn balls. It is hand-dyed yarn from Red Door Fiber Studios. It is Akatar yarn, which I got 2021 for my birthday, I believe. Yeah, I bought it in 2021 September, or pre-ordered it, then I got it 2022, and it was like a birthday present to myself, and I finally used it. Oh my gosh, I'm finally getting through yarns that I've had in my stash for almost 2 years now, which is appalling to me. I am going through a phase of not wanting any more hand-dyed yarn in my stash. Like, hand-dyed yarn is great to me, but I bought all of them when I was still crocheting, and I was still exploring the fibers, and I didn't know a lot about wool and all of that, so I was just buying hand-dyed yarn because that was my first introduction to wool, and I'm kind of over it. I want to buy hand-dyed yarn when I want specialty yarn for like socks or hats, or just a very nice yarn that I'm like, wow, I can't get that commercially, because I'm a tonal gal, a plain yarn gal, you know, like I don't care for variegated for real. So making this was like, I need to just use it, and I just happened to end up liking it. But I'm the total opposite of Kahila. She loves her variegated yarns. I don't care for it. So whatever you see that's variegated from me, it's me trying to use up my stash. Anyway, the yarns I used were, I used 4 different yarns, but I double strand them together, and they were complementary yarns of one another. So the tonal and the variegated of this were complementary because the tonal yarn color was in the variegated yarn color, and the same with this one right here. So they're called Impressive Wingspan. The base is classic fingering. It's 100% superwash merino wool, and it was 436 yards per 100 grams per. So one of the yarn colors is called Impressive Wingspan. The other one is One Hell of a High Lord. The other one is Starfall and Truth Teller. So this is Starfall and Truth Teller together, and then this one is Impressive Wingspan and One Hell of a High Lord together, I believe. I know this is Starfall, so I'm gonna assume it's Starfall and Truth Teller. But yeah, so that is what it looks like. I'll put up pictures if I haven't already. Maybe I won't already, so that you can see it now of what it looks like on me, though you can see it on me. So that is one of my finished objects from the last episode, and also what I'm wearing. I'm also wearing some more knits. I'm wearing my socks. These are my everyday socks by Petite Knit. I have been wearing, is this short? I've been wearing my knits. This is another hand-dyed yarn from Red Door Fiber Studio. It is Cauldron Boil Me, another Akatar yarn. And it is on her cozy sock base, which she doesn't carry. It was just like a testing type of thing, and so it was a one-of-a-kind skein. And it is superwash merino mixed with mohair, mixed with polyamide, I think? Questionable. But I know it has superwash merino paired with mohair mixture, like it's a mix. So you can probably see a little halo. Can you? Let me get my head out the way. Can you see? I don't know if you can see the halo. It's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But that is another knit that I'm wearing. I finished these so long ago. Anyway, I'm excited to show you my finished projects because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I have finished every single... Oh my god. A burp took over me. I have finished every single project that I had on my needles from last year. I have no more lingering WIPs, okay? Matter of fact, all of my WIPs today are fresh. When I was posting about my Cargill on my story and talking about how I was finishing it and stuff, Inga from Knitting Traditions DM'd me and she was like, cast on everything when you're done with that. And you know what I did? I casted on everything, okay? Everything that I wanted to cast on, I casted it on. Oh, and different ones that I didn't even plan to cast on. Like, you're gonna be like, where did that come from? I know, okay? I went cast on crazy. I think only one of the WIPs that I have is actually something that I had planned to make. Other than that, it's like, what? Anyway, let's bring some of these here. So, the second finished object actually, because this was my first, is my Cargill Sweater. It is finished. Yes, I'm so happy. I have been working on this, or like I've had it on my needles since I think October. Let's see. Let's check my handy dandy knitting notebook. By the way, I finished 5 projects this month. Not started and finished, but finished, which is amazing. So the Cargill sweater, yeah, I started it October 12th, 2022, and I finished it May 21st. So literally last week is when I finished it. Yeah. Woo! I am so happy. I said May 21st, right? I think so. That I finished it. So this was worked on 4mm needles. Was the collar probably wasn't worked on 4mm needles, but when it came to everything else, I did not change needles because I just wanted it to be done so that I could have it. Like, I just wanted it, okay? I didn't even care if I wore it or not. I just wanted to have it so I could say that I have done a textured sweater. And I learned so much doing this sweater, and I'm so happy. But this is the sweater. I think I did size 3. And modifications that I did on this sweater is this one mainly. I think it's the only modification. I did not cinch in the cuff. It's supposed to be like this, cinched all nicely. But I didn't because I didn't care to. So it goes straight from the dip stitch right into the ribbing. I like an open sleeve, okay? So I didn't care. I did the body measurements to the recommended length, and it is a little short to me. Just because I have a long torso and I'm also tall, so, anything that just hits my natural waist, I feel like is short to me. Like that's cropped, because if I raise my arms, you know, my belly's gonna show probably. But I don't care about that. Like, I'll probably wear this more with like a collared button-down t-shirt, white shirt, collared button-down, and put this over it, throw on some jeans and some sneakers, and call it an outfit. It'll be cute. But look at the squishiness of this dip stitch. It did open up a lot. It relaxed a lot after blocking, especially the rib. So that was very, very nice, because last time when I was putting it up to myself, it was so like whoosh. But now, you know, it looks like it fits well, and it does fit well. It is very nice. The yarn I used is Biche Bouche lamb's wool and cashmere blend, and Knitting for Olive mohair with it. The mohair I think is called Dark Cognac. And what else? Anything else about this? No, I think that's about it. But yeah, so this is the finished Cargill sweater, and it just made me so excited, because I was just like, one more step to finishing all of my last year WIPs, okay? I'm not gonna do that again. All right, I'm gonna make sure I finish all of my WIPs within the same year, unless it's like something I'm doing in December or November or something, you know. That doesn't really count. Let's toss that over there. My next finished object from last year that I got done, so I can finally stop talking about it. Oh, did I put up pictures? I probably already did put up pictures, so it's fine. Is my dress. Yeah! I have finished it. I have blocked it. This is what it looks like. I have not taken pictures in it at all. It's been very overcast the past week, so I feel like there hasn't even been enough sunlight to take pictures. And also, I want to look really, really cute taking these pictures, and I did not feel like getting made up or anything, okay? But this is the dress. It goes down to right below my knees, so right to my shins. Before I blocked it, it went, where did it reach? Just below my knees. So I think it reaches my shins now, which I didn't try it on again after blocking, but oh my gosh, blocking it relaxed the rib so much. Like, look at how flat these stitches are. I usually let my knits soak for about an hour. Yes, because I want every single stitch in that wool to get absorbed, okay? I need everything to relax. And I didn't know how silk would react to full wet blocking, because it is a plant fiber, and it's not a plant fiber. It is a summer fiber. Plant fiber, oh my gosh. It's a summer fiber, and I just hadn't blocked it before, so I didn't know how it would react versus, you know, my wool blocking. So I decided to just let it soak for about 15-20 minutes, and then I did everything else normally. I didn't pin it down or stretch it out, because it's silk. It's going to stretch out over time eventually anyway. Oh, this is the ripple halter, by the way. The ripple halter that I just converted into a dress. I did not do any modifications to the pattern. I didn't do any increases to accommodate for my hips or anything. I literally just went straight down. After I knitted where you're supposed to stop, I just continued going all the way until I got the length that I wanted. And I knew that because it's 2x2 rib, like, it is so stretchy. Look at that. That's gonna fit over me very easily, and I wanted it to be form-fitting as well. This is the size small, and the yarn is Knitting for Olive pure silk in the color copper. So I blocked it, or soaked it, for about 15-20 minutes, like I said, and I laid it out on the blocking mats, and it dried in 24 hours. I also blocked the silk Sophie scarf that I finished. I think it was a finished project in the last video. I blocked it with this as well, so I can't wait to have all this. I think I want to like get my hair redone, get my nails done. I'm getting my nails done. Okay, I'm getting long nails again. Okay, the clicky clacker acrylics are coming back. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to just make sure I feel nice and fresh and look all nice and fresh, and then I will wear the dress and wear the scarf and take pictures in it. So if you guys want to check out my Instagram so you can see all of that happening, check it out, okay? It's at KopyKali with 2 eyes. I'll put it right there. Anyway, yeah, so that is my next finished object. I started this July last year, okay? It is June 1st right now. It almost took me another year, a whole year, just to finish this, but I put it on hold for so long, so it didn't actually take me a year to do it. It just took me a year to actually complete it, or 10 months to complete it. Anyway, I'm just gonna fold this up a little bit. It's such a nice, like, look at this fabric. The drape of this is so amazing. Oh, I am loving it so much, so much. Let's toss that over there. My next finished object, I have 4 finished objects today. That is wild. Usually I just have a ton of WIPS, I feel like. Maybe I don't, but whatever. My next finished object is actually something that you guys didn't even see at all. It wasn't even a WIP. Nope. I impulsively casted it on, which I feel like all of my WIPs are impulsive cast-ons, honestly. I had cast-on fever, alright? My next finished object, or objects, are these socks. These are the Sunday socks by Petite Knit. Oh, that ripple halter top is by Jessie Made Designs. Did it? Yeah, okay, Jessie Made Designs. And did I say the Tolsta Tee is by Craybell? The Tolsta Tee is by Craybell. Sorry if I missed that. If I didn't, then at least I was making sure. But yeah, these are the Sunday socks by Petite Knit. I did the size 9.5 to 10.5 because I wear a size 10 in women. Okay, I have big feet. And the yarn that I use is yarn that Alexandra from Alexandra's Gone gifted me last year. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. I think it was last year. And she gifted me the Perfect by Sadness Gone. It is 100%, no. Wait, I have the tag. I thought I didn't, but I do. Hold on. I remember. Okay. Yeah, I saved it because I was gonna throw it away, but I didn't. So this is the tag or the ball band. Come on. This is the ball band of the yarn. This is the ball band, so Perfect by Sadness Gone. And it is a superwash yarn. It is 80%, oh, hello. There we go. It is 80% wool and 20% nylon. So 80-20 and superwash. And what's the yardage? It is 100 meters per 50 grams. Now, okay, I had 2 balls of these. And for my size, for my feet, I needed 3 balls. Okay? And I was like, man, I really want to make these socks because she sent it for me to make these socks. I want to make the socks using the yarn that she sent for the socks, you know? Like, that's the whole point of this project. And, oh, if you want to know the color, it is, well, I don't know if just the color, but I guess this is the dye lot and color, maybe? You can see that? Okay. Yeah, so that's it. And I knew I would not have enough yarn if I wanted to do the full length of these socks, because these socks are supposed to be ultra long, okay? It's supposed to have a super high leg. You're supposed to be able to fold it over, basically. But I knew I wouldn't have enough yarn to do that. So I made the leg of the sock 15 centimeters shorter. I think I did 10 to 15 centimeters shorter than recommended. And the yarn that I had left, let me see, where did I put my scraps? Oh, I put it over there. Be right back again, sorry, wow. I used one ball for each sock just so that I could see. I'm like, if I have to break into another yarn ball for one sock, then I won't have enough yarn. But I did. Okay, I did. And this is how much I had left of one ball, and this is how much I had left of another ball. So I did my calculations so perfectly. I probably could have had, you know, a couple more centimeters. This is my scrap yarn bag where I keep all my scraps, not my leftover yarns. Kahila and I put our leftover yarns that we don't need anymore in here. Like, we have a ton of hand-dyed yarn that we've used for projects, but they're just caked up and they're just left over. So if you guys want us to do a de-stash where we just like sell the leftover, because they're big cakes, you can see here, like they're huge cakes of yarn, but we already used it for projects, so I don't want to use it again. Sorry. So if you guys want that, let me know. We can make like, we could sell heavily discounted bundles of just like cakes of hand-dyed yarn. We could like weigh it and do like 100-gram type, but like bundle it together, whatever. Anyway, any like leftover string yarns, just like not whole skeins, I just put them in here. They're literal scraps. Those are just leftover yarns. These are scraps. Anyway, yeah, so that is how much I had left of each ball. So when I had that much left of the first ball, I was like so confident going into the second sock, because I was just like, I'm gonna have enough. And I had like a revelation. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm a knitter, because I determined how much I need to cut off of a sock to know, or like, you know, how much not to do to make sure I have enough yarn. I was just like, ah! I was so happy. Anyway, I have been wearing these socks. I don't know if you can see. They're probably pilling a little bit. Maybe you can't see that. What about this one? No, it's not pillage, it's just a different color. Well, I feel like it's pilling a little bit. Maybe not. I thought it was. I've been wearing these socks every single day, okay? For the past like 5 days, every single day. These are the most comfortable socks I have ever worn. They're so warm, so nice. I'm just like, when I made these, oh, the camera's about to shut off. But I used 4mm needles, and I used my 9-inch circulars for them. My Chiaogoo 9-inch circulars on 4mm needles. And I was just like, oh, also I finished it in 24 hours, basically. A little over 24 hours. And I was like, I'm not gonna knit these again. Because last year, or the year before, no, last year. Yeah, last year, I knit 3 pairs for my dad. And I was just like, okay, I'm done knitting Sunday socks. But then Alex sent me this yarn, and I was like, okay, I will have matching socks with Alex, all right? And I just did it just now, this year. And so after I knitted this, I was just like, I'm not going to knit these again, because they just, I don't like chunky stuff. So to me, 4mm socks, that's chunky, okay? I'm used to my 2.25mm beautiful, yummy, yummy. This is too big. But the result is so good, I'm gonna have to do it again. I have to. Like, I have no choice. It's just so great, you know? Oh, is this the DK weight yarn? By the way, if 50 grams is 100 meters and 200 meters, yeah, it's like a 300, it's like a DK weight yarn. Meow. Anyway, I highly recommend you guys do these socks because they're so comfortable. Even if it makes your hand cramp up while you're knitting them, it's worth it, okay? So worth it. I already have on knit socks. These are very comfortable. These are by Petite Knit as well. I think I said that already. Anyway, that is my last finished object, okay? So, let me... Actually, I'm gonna need this for... When did I start this? Okay. Yeah, okay. Great. So I went on a cast-on spree between the 27th and the 28th. Yeah. Those 2 days, I was casting on everything. Everything. The first thing I wanted to cast on was another pair of socks. Not Sunday socks, okay? Vanilla socks. Because excuse me, I missed, oh, my battery's about to die, hold on. I missed my socks, okay? Hold on, I'm gonna bring I have a bunch of bags, I'm gonna bring them closer, okay? Because I need to stop leaving the frame and stretching out. Okay, ooh. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep talking until it fully dies. But yeah, I needed another pair of socks, okay? Not because I wanted another pair to wear, but because I wanted another pair to have on my needles. If you guys have been keeping up with me the past year that I've been knitting, because I've only been knitting for about a year and a half, and yeah, if you've been keeping up for that long, you know that I always want to have a pair of socks on the needles, just to have. Not because I want to wear them, which I'm now wearing knit socks every single day now, okay? I think I got inspired when Marlene from Marlene Knits said that she has like a whole drawer of socks. I think she's the one who said she has a whole drawer of socks. And then she's been doing socks and all of her socks are so cute and I'm just like, I need to do that. I need a drawer of socks, okay? I want to wear knit socks every day, all right? I think it was Marlene. I'm pretty sure it was Marlene. Also Florence. Florence does so many nice socks and doesn't use the same yarn ever for the socks because she's doing like this thing where she's like trying out different sock yarns. I'm just like, oh my god, amazing. Anyway, tangent, wow. I need another sock. So my sock that I decided to cast on is another yarn that was gifted to me from Alexandra, from Alexandra's Gone, okay? I think I'm in a knitting sock frenzy. I mean, use Alexandra's yarn that she's gifted me frenzy because news, my sisters and I are going to Sweden again. Woo! Ooh, ooh, in June for midsummer because we want to have that Swedish midsummer celebration with Alex, okay? Last year when we went to Sweden for my birthday, she was like, you guys have to come back for midsummer. And we're like, you know what? You're absolutely right. We're going to come back. Okay? It hasn't even been a year, but we're going back. All right? I have so many videos, obviously, planned, vlogs and stuff. I only have 2 sweater quantities of yarn that I am guaranteed to get, but I'm going to talk about that in another podcast, which is going to come out right before I leave for Sweden. So that's another talk. But anyway, you know, that was the first yarn that I got from her over there for a sock. And this one is another one. Not the bag. This bag I got in Norway from Frukvist. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. And it's a picture of this lady knitting. And I think Alex has this painting in her room. Maybe? Is this the same one? Alex, is this the same one from your room? That painting and you didn't... No, it's not. No, it's not. It was a different one. And you didn't know if the lady was knitting or not. Anyway, I think she got this one too. And so we have like these matching sock bags from Norway. And it was so fun. That's the name of the yarn shop in Oslo. So if you live near Oslo, you should definitely go visit that yarn shop because it's so cute. It's so cute. I think I got my mohair there for my Arctic Light sweater, which was going to be my Moby sweater, which was going to be my champagne cardigan, but now it's going to be my Arctic Light sweater. Look at this. It's vanilla socks. I do not care to do any other kind of sock that has any sort of cabling or rib detailing or anything that's not a vanilla sock, because for me, I just want something that I can pick up and go and travel with. If I'm going to sit somewhere for a while, I can bring this, you know? So my socks are the only things I feel like I will always do vanilla, because I don't care for anything else when it comes to socks, because it's literally just gonna go on my feet, and yeah, that's about it. Anyway, this is Vanilla Sock by Crazy Sock Lady. Of course, all vanilla socks kind of are the same, honestly. And I wanted to do another sock that has a different, like a contrast cuff, heel, and toe. And I have so many sock sets that I just want to start using, and also because I want to have cute socks, okay? Like, look at this color. Hello? Let's focus on this beautiful color, please. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. It's so springy, you know? Like, it's beautiful, yellow, speckly. And when it comes to this cuff, okay, I was watching Chelsea. And Chelsea from True Lane, you know, she does socks, you know. But one thing she does is 2x2 rib on the cuff. This detail right here just changes everything. Please focus on this beautiful detail. Thank you. It makes the sock just look like a totally different sock. Look at the stretch. Okay, look at this. Oh, so beautiful. And at first I wasn't doing socks at the moment, so I was just like, oh, okay, that's a nice little detail. Then Kahila did it because of Chelsea. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. And I was like, yeah, when I do my sock, I will always do you see this? It is so pretty and so guaranteed to fit your leg, okay? Stretchy. I am in love. I am in awe. Thank you, Chelsea, for this, okay? Anyway, let's talk about the yarn. I'm gonna show you it in, let me show you it in skein form because oh my gosh, I need to take a picture of this. I haven't posted it yet. But anyway, I took a picture before I hanged it up, okay? Hanged it, caked it. Gosh! Sometimes I speak faster than my brain can process. But this is it in its cake form. Let me just show that. There it is in its cake form. And this is it knitted up. And the tiny yarn is this right here. Oh my gosh, beautiful! I was actually confused because I feel like this wasn't a sock set. I think it was just sock yarn. Anyway, hold on, let me tell you what the yarn is. Okay, this is Fruvalboy, okay? Hopefully I said that sort of correctly. And she's an indie dyer in Sweden. And this is sock kit, and it's called Happy Land Plus Golden. It's 75% merino, superwash, and 25% nylon, so 75-25. It is 100 grams and it's 425 meters. I feel like this, this skein did not come with this. But also it says it's a sock kit, so I feel like it did. But maybe this was just a 25-gram skein that she had that she paired with it? Or was it something that I paired with it? I don't know, because I got it so long ago. I was so confused. But also, I'm just going to pretend that it did come together, because if it did, then great. If it didn't, also great. It probably did come together, but maybe not as a set. But anyway, it looks good together. Either way, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just say it did come together. Yay, yummy, yummy. And I knitted this in a day. Of course, it's not finished, but I knitted it in a day because I was knitting through all of these WIPs just so that I could have something to show you guys, because I casted this on the 27th, and so that was the day that I just knit all of this. I am right at the heel part, so I stopped right before the heel. I don't know when I'm gonna pick this back up, but I was like, I need to show you guys something other than just like the cuff and other than just a few rows of the cuff. So I was like, get that done, and I did that. So that's one of the WIPs that will be on my needles for a while probably. Let's toss that. The next one, which one? Okay. The next one is a gift knit for one of my friends, and it's also something that I was just like, okay, get a good bit of it done so it can actually look like something when you show it on your podcast, okay? So I casted this on, did I do it the same day? Yeah, I cast it on the same day. So after I finished my sock, where I wanted to get to right before the heel, I cast it on the Weekend Hue by Petite Knit, okay? And I'm using this hand-dyed yarn. It's a DK weight yarn from Explore Knits and Fibers. It is called Balsam or something like that. Yeah, it looks like this. I'll show you it in hank form. Beautiful, beautiful. And it is Rocky's DK base. It's 100% superwash merino, 274 yards per 100 grams. I don't know if I'll have enough yarn for this hat, but I will just do it a little bit shorter. I'm doing a size large, and if I don't have enough to do the full length of it, I will just shorten it. That's not a problem, okay? But this is what it is looking like right now. And like I told you guys, these are the two. I've said this many times in my other podcasts. Okay, can this focus, please? I just want to show how beautiful this is. There we go. Look at that. Oh, so nice. Oh my goodness. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Yeah, so that's how much I have of this hat. And what was I saying about it? Oh yeah, I've always said that the vanilla socks and this weekend hat are two projects that I will just always have on my needles, and I hadn't had them on my needles for a while. Well, the hat I have, okay, but the socks I hadn't, and I need the sock hat combo on my needles. So I'm so happy that I casted this on, and also it's a gift knit, so that's always a little fun, but only when you're not overwhelmed by it, okay, because sometimes it's annoying making gifts for people, honestly. Eesh, yikes, sorry. It is. I'm sure many of you guys will agree with me. Yeah, those are the two WIPs that I frantically casted on the same day after I finished my dress. Yeah, after I finished my dress, I was just like, I need another project. I had no projects on my needles at that point, besides my test knit, which I haven't gotten progress on it. I will show it to you right now. What's up? Ooh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Please show them what you're wearing right now. Show them the yarn for it? No, but okay. I will after. Yeah. Kahila is wearing a project that her and Alex worked on together. Ow.
My marble sweater.
Yes, she has not blocked this out, bro.
Nope.
And it still fits so nicely.
Yup.
It is a folded collar, by the way. You just didn't.
Oh,
make the
okay. I
folded
just didn't
collar.
do it. Yeah, because I'm like, this is so thick. What am I doing making a folded collar for? Anyway, like look at the length and stuff, even from not blocking.
Right.
I'm gonna block it eventually, but not right now.
You're just like, I refuse to block this thick thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is a project that I'm about to cast on today. I know, the marble sweater of all things. Yeah, you can put it right there, thanks. Of all things, I know, it's literally about to be summertime. And I'm over here like, yeah, I'm gonna cast on the marble sweater. What? I know. Okay, we'll get there though. We'll get to that point. Anyway, I'm gonna show you my test knit again, just for an update on the brain, you know. The next time you see this, I should have, because I'm not gonna film a video for about 2 weeks. Because I'll be getting my hair done and my nails done and everything done and all of this, and I just want to work on my projects. So I'm not going to have a vlog or anything, but I will have a... But I will have a... What do you call it? A podcast in about 2 weeks after this one. And you should see a lot of progress on this at that point in time, because I will just monogamously work on this. But it's just so beautiful. This is the Marcu Polo test knit by Creadia Studio, and I'm just trying to show you with my hand behind it so that you can see what it's gonna look like on, so it's not like airy and stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. It is the Marcu Polo test knit, and I'm using one strand of this Manos del Uruguay yarn. It's 100% superwash merino. It looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is 874 yards, 100 grams. It is a lace weight yarn. And yes, I'm using one strand of it, and I'm using 2.5 millimeter needles. This is the tee. I'm making a tee, a literal garment, out of 2.5 millimeter needles. Out of using 2.5 millimeter needles and using lace weight yarn. So that is kind of amazing to me. The satisfaction that I'm gonna get from this test knit is astronomical, okay? But after today, so not today, but starting tomorrow, I'm going to be working on this project until I get to the place that I want to get to on it. And once I get there, then I'll probably work on a couple other projects. But I want to spend at least 1 full week just dedicated to this test knit. And I think I can get to where I want to get. Then after that, I will try to get a little bit of progress on some other projects so that you guys can see some updated things. Yeah. All right, anyway, here is it in cake form. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love blue, okay? Blue is amazing. Yeah, so that is one of my other WIPs that I will be working on tomorrow and for a full week. A whole week of working on this, okay? I'm gonna get a lot done, all right? And that's something that you guys already saw the last podcast. This next project that I'm working on, it's gonna go on ice for a little bit now. But I have spent the past 3 days, okay, casting on and working on this project. That was not planned at all. But since I had cast on fever, I was just like, because my next plans for my next sweaters, which I'll talk about in my next podcast, not this one, I'll talk about all of my plans that I have for the next few months in that podcast. But for this one, I'm just going to talk about current stuff that I'm planning, or no, I'm working on, obviously. I was like, since I'm going to be doing a lot of textured and cabled sweaters in the next few months, I need a plain stockinette sweater to at least fall back on, okay? or at least to look at, to know that I have a plain stockinette sweater, okay? When I casted it on 3 days ago, I was like, okay, I want to show this for my podcast, but I don't want it to just be a piece of fabric, okay? I will show some pictures of what it had, of what it has been looking like, so that you can see what I mean, or I'm like, I don't want it to just look like a piece of fabric. I want it to actually look like a sweater that's being worked on, because I'll tell you what it is. This is the October sweater by Petite Knit. That thing has like 11 3/4 inches of positive ease, which is 25 plus, I'll say like 27, I don't know, centimeters of positive ease, which is a lot, okay? And I'm doing a size small. My size for Petite Knit patterns is the extra small. So with the extra small, I would get the 11 inches of positive ease. But I'm doing the size, with the size extra small, I would get the 11 inches, but I'm doing the size small. So I'm getting way more positive ease, okay? And so when I was working on it, it just looked like a big piece of fabric. I will show you the yarns that I'm using for this. And when I tell you, I almost started hyperventilating, like with excitement. Because I started getting so excited. I could feel it bubbling up. I had to push it down. This color is like my ideal brown. And not the yarns separately, okay? The yarns together, all right? So this is it in cake form. I have already used one full skein for this. I have 4 skeins of this yarn. It is hand-dyed yarn from the Love Stitch. It is from her first ever launch. And, hold on, I need to use this one instead. It is from her first ever launch. I don't know if she launched another one, but it's from that launch. The Love Stitch fibers. Looks like this. And this is the yarn. It is a 2-ply yarn. 2-ply is just so squishy and fluffy. I love it. Yeah, it's a 2-ply yarn. It looks a little lighter in there, but it's a little darker. Just a little bit. It is non-superwash fingering weight yarn. It is 100% merino. 436 yards or 398 meters, and it's 100 grams. And the colorway is Latte, which I think is very fitting for this yarn. Very much so. But yeah, that is the yarn that I'm using. Here is one in a caked up form. And this is just what I am currently using. Well, what I was using, but now I've cut it from the project because I have put every single part of this sweater on those masking needle holder, stitch holders. Yeah, so let me grab a mohair. I'm using that hand-dyed yarn paired with this almond mohair from Drops. It is called Almond, and it is Drops Kid Silk Mohair. I love Drops Kid Silk Mohair, okay? I love it very much, okay? It is not itchy to me. It is very nice fiber. This is the pairing. Now, I was just going through my yarns, and I was like, I need a plain stockinette sweater. And Kayla was like, why don't you just do the October sweater? I'm like, you're right. Because I wanted an oversized stockinette sweater. She said, do the October sweater? Yes. So I looked for some yarn. And we had actually traded these yarns because she got this yarn from the launch as well, but she got like a grayish cream looking color. It's like a grayish cream. Yeah, it's a weird color. But it's much lighter than this, and this is like a brown color. And we switched, but then I got it back, so I'm using my yarn that I bought. And this, I had 7 skeins left over from my Magdalena sweater test knit. So I was like, let me just use it with this. Why not? Okay? Like, it's not a complete match, obviously, but I don't care for my mohairs to match my yarns like directly or perfectly. I like when my mohair is a different color than this yarn, and my camera's about to turn off again. I did not expect to be talking this much, okay? Anyway, are you guys ready for the sweater reveal? Okay. All right. This is how much I've gotten done in the past 3 days. I was knitting like a mad woman. Okay? Look at this. Oh, this color and the way it just matches my skin color so perfectly. I see why people are obsessed with neutrals. I feel like this is my kind of neutral. Maybe the neutrals that we like correlate with our skin color. Huh. Probably. I feel like it does, because to some other people, some other neutrals just don't go with them. Like, that's not a neutral they would get. Like, some people would lean more towards the browns and maybe the grays, and some would lean towards the creams and the whites, and some would lean towards like grayish and beige. Oh, I wonder if that's like a subconscious thing, because I am so attracted to this color, and to me this is like the perfect neutral color for me and like for my skin tone. I feel like it's so perfect. It's like a perfect nude, you know, because this will obviously be my nude. But this is it. I finished the collar last night. I love when you can see the increased detail after picking up stitches. So this is worked flat. You work flat, you do increases, and then you join it in the round at the front. So there are no German short rows or anything on the sweater. So it is literally such a perfect chill sweater to just knit. And I forgot that it was a very, very oversized sweater. Like, look at how wide this is compared to me. Like, it is so oversized already. And I forgot that it was a very oversized sweater. So when I saw the amount of rounds I had to do for the raglan, I was just like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I was like, duh, it has 11 inches of positive ease. It better be a lot. But it's I zoomed through it. And I split for the sleeves and the body yesterday. Did the collar yesterday as well. This is on 4mm needles, and I did this on 3mm needles. And I put them all on these thingies because the needles that I was using for this sweater are the same needles that I need for Sweden, which are my Knit Picks needles, because I am going to bring my entire Knit Picks needles case with my 16-inch circulars with that, because I don't want to bring my metal needles. No. And I was like, since I'm not going to be working on this actively, I was like, okay, I'll just put them all on this tape thingy. But I really want to show you how much mohair can change the color of a project. Because look at this, right? Look at, yeah. This combo made this. Okay? Like, what the heck? Look at how brown this is compared to the original yarn because of this mohair. And this mohair is not a color that I'm a fan of. It's like a gray brown. It's very much so cold. And this is warm. And I mixed these together and it made this nice warm sweater. Like, this is why I like pairing, because you guys know, well, of course you know now, that I love just single colored yarns. So to have my little fun with playing with colors, I always have a different colored mohair in the same family, but that's where I get my fun with my plainly colored knits because I'm just like, what color, what shade will it make? And it made this beautiful shade. And I am so happy. But yeah, this is the October sweater by Petite Knit. And it's just gonna be on my needles for a while because there are so many other projects that I've planned beyond this. So who knows when this will get some love? Maybe it will get some loving as I'm working on my cabled sweaters. Maybe I will finish a cabled sweater and then go back to this so that I can get a little reprieve from reading charts, because I will be reading a lot of charts, all right? A lot of them. But I'm so excited to do so. So yeah, I think I will just go back and forth between doing, so I'll do the Arctic Light sweater. Actually, there's another sweater that I have planned that I'm going to do with Kahila and Alex and Malika for our Sweden trip. It's going to be the Lyon sweater by Petite Knit. It's a nice striped sweater. I'll put a picture. I will talk about it more in the next podcast, but that's going to be a sweater that I'm going to do. And then I'll probably figure out what sweaters I want to do in order after that one. So I'll talk more about that in the next episode. This one is long enough, and the amount of projects that I have planned, or sweaters that I have planned for the rest of the year, it will take a lot of time to talk about it and about the yarns and all of that. So I'll save that for next time. Let's move on to acquisitions. I do not have like acquisitions of lots of yarn that I've bought because I haven't bought yarn in a while. The only yarns I've bought recently are yarns that need mohair. So just mohair for accompanying projects, or like the yarn that I got from my test knit for the Magdalena sweater. That was the only acquisition that I really got recently. Other than that, it's just been mohair for projects. So my acquisition is a needle case. What? I know. So whenever I need smaller needles, I always buy Chiaogoo metal needles, fixed circulars, because I don't have the interchangeable set of Chiaogoos, so I feel like I don't want to get interchangeable sets of the needles that I need, which maybe I should, but I don't care to. So usually needle cases or needle sets, interchangeable sets, come with 3.5 to 10 millimeter needles, or 3.5 to 12 millimeter, or 3.25 to 10 millimeter. So those are the kinds of interchangeables that I have, and out of all of them, they don't have anything 3 millimeter and below. Recently, my projects have been 3 millimeter and below. So 3 millimeter, 2.5, 2, 2.75, and those don't come in the interchangeable cases normally. So I, over the past year, basically, I have been getting here and there just some Chiaogoo fixed circulars, and I would put them in my Knit Picks case with my Knit Picks needles, but it was just getting too bulky and too like strained. So I was like, is there a circular case for these Chiaogoo needles? And in fact there was. It was $50, but it's worth it because I filled it up. So this is what it looks like, the interchangeable, no, the fixed circular case. And I got the Chiaogoo one because Chiaogoo is the only, in their fixed circulars, that's the only brand of fixed circulars that I plan to get, really. So yeah, all of these are filled here, and up to here is filled. The rest of these are empty. 3 more slots are empty, and I think this one at the top is empty. Other than that, it is totally filled. This one has my, oh, you can see the needle sticking out. Let me do it this way. This one has all of my 9-inch circulars in them, so all of them. So the 4 millimeter, 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, I believe. And then I'm starting with the 16-inch circulars. So this one's probably 2 millimeter, 2.5, 3 millimeter. And then it goes to the 24-inch circulars. So 2, 2.5, 3. I don't know if I have 2.75. And then 3 point, are there 3.5? There's no 3.5. It's just 3. Oh, there's 3.5, but I don't have it. No. So, no 3.5 in my fixed circulars. So, it'll go back to the 2s in the 24 inches, but it's probably 3 millimeter. And then the 16-inch circulars. No! The 32-inch circulars. So, 2, 2.5, 2.75, 3 millimeter. And then that's it. And the rest are empty. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Needles sticking out. Needles overboard. Go back in. Yeah, that's what I needed. And also, remember how I said I'm bringing my Knit Picks needles to Sweden and not my metal needles? Well, these metal needles were residing in that case with my wooden Knit Picks needles. Where would these go if I need to dump all of them out? Yeah, so I needed a case to put them in. So if I want to just bring my Chiaogoo needles somewhere, I can just have them. I don't have to transfer anything anywhere. It's just very, very convenient. And it made me feel more organized because I just didn't have needles here and there and everywhere, you know. They're all in a nice organized space and also in its case because I am someone who loves having certain needles in a certain case. Like when I bought my Knit Picks case, I wanted my Knit Picks case to put my Knit Picks needles in. I got a Chiaogoo case with my Chiaogoo needles in. Maybe it's just, maybe it's like, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, but I care. So that's an acquisition. And a lot of the needles in there are acquisitions too because I bought like 6 needles earlier this month. But I'm not going to pull them out because who cares? Anyway, another acquisition, or my last acquisition, is not something I bought. It's something that I have acquired from my sister, Malika, aka Mr. Bobbin. She used this yarn to knit a sweater for our friend for her birthday, as a birthday gift. Beautiful, beautiful. She did the Louisiana sweater using this yarn, and she bought 25 balls and has 16 balls left over that she's not going to use. As soon as I saw it, my brain, the wheels in my head started turning, all right? All right. So the yarn is Drops Snow. It is a chunky weight yarn. It recommends 9 millimeter needles. The gauge is 10 stitches by 14 rows. So this is a big boy. A big boy. Look at this. Very thick. Very, very thick. Right? It is so pretty. This color is amazing. And it is 100% wool. It's 50 meters per 50 grams. No. Yeah, 50 meters per 50 grams. So if it's 100 grams, it's 100 meters. And it says it's excellent for felting. So if you need something to felt, Drops Snow is the one for you. Because it is not plied. Like, it's just like loosely wound. Like, look at that. It's not plied at all. So I decided to make the marble sweater. You saw Kahila's thing? Yeah. One of the recommended yarns that Petite Knit uses has the exact same yardage and meterage as this. 50 grams, 50 meters per 50 grams. And I was just like, oh. So for one of the strands. And then she uses fat mohair, of course. But I don't have fat mohair. I'm not trying to look for fat mohair. I'm not trying to buy any yarn. The next time I buy yarn is when I go to Sweden, okay? So I was like, let me look through our scrap yarns because the fatty mohair is a DK weight yarn. So I was like, huh, what if I use this? Right? Stay with me. Stay with me. All right? What if I use that? And then Where's the other one of this? Hold on. Hold on. Yarn missing? Yarn missing? Okay, I just spent the past 10 minutes searching for this missing skein. It was nowhere to be found. Until it was. I found it. It was like behind this area here, which means one of the cats took it and dragged it over here. Don't leave your yarn unattended, guys, okay? Anyway, so I have 3 skeins. Oof, there's yarn on my forehead. 3 skeins of this Lover yarn from Sorella. It is a yarn Kahil and I bought in 2021? 2021. One of those. We were not knitters when we bought this yarn. But I had some yarn left over from my cardigan, my April cardigan that I did. And Kahila had some from her Tolsta Tee that she just did recently. And the marble sweater calls for 300 grams of the fat mohair, which is DK weight yarn, and I have 307 grams of this. So I'm like, I should have enough. If I don't have enough, I will just literally use another scrap yarn that is similar in color. Even if it wasn't similar, I wouldn't care. But I'm going to use 2 strands of these. So double strand this and single strand that. Look at this. Oh, isn't that gonna be so pretty? Yeah, so I'm starting this today. Why? Just because. Literally, just because, okay? That is the only reason that I have for starting that sweater. And that yarn is, I think, 100% superwash merino, fingering weight yarn, yada yada. So I'm gonna double strand that and then single strand that. So use 3 strands using 10 millimeter needles. Yeah, that's going to be so wild, but I'm so excited to cast that on. It's just gonna be such a nice, casual, quick knit. And who knows, by the time the next podcast airs, I'm probably gonna be done with that sweater. So we'll see. I haven't started it yet, but I'm gonna start it today. We'll see how that goes. I think that is all that I have for this video. Let me know what you're knitting on while you're watching me, because for me, I am always knitting on something when I'm watching people's podcasts, like always. I always have to, when I'm watching something, period, I always have to knit. Like, watch something, knit. Someone's talking, I'm knitting. Like, knitting is life. Alright, but I'm gonna start on this 10 millimeter project. Hope you guys have a great day whenever you're watching this. Alright, remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next podcast, because that's gonna be my next video. Okay, bye.